Tonight, coming off a win here at home on Sunday against the Raptors, they will play tomorrow night in Boston against the Celtics. The Chevaliers against the Celtics. That is a 7:30 tip-off here on WMMS and on the iHeartRadio app. This Friday, we will be preempted by Guardians Baseball. So 3:05 is the first pitch, I think, against the Cincinnati Reds out there in Arizona. They're going to be playing my White Sox tomorrow. The Sox have Mike Clevenger now facing down his old team, the Cleveland Guardians. But Friday, here on MMS, a little preseason Cactus League Baseball. That's what they call it, Cactus League Baseball, Bill. You know, the other teams, when they practice in Florida, that's the Grapefruit League.
And these are all just randomly assigned.
Randomly assigned, that's right.
They don't mean anything.
Try finding a cactus in Arizona or a grapefruit in Florida, for that matter.
It's impossible.
Good luck. But this Friday, 3:05, here on WMMS, Guardians Baseball. And even though we will be preempted, I got to tell you, I'm excited for baseball season to begin. When one sport dovetails into the next, it's a fine time to be in a place like Cleveland, Ohio. You know, there's a lot of cities, they go, yeah, we got a basketball team. Oklahoma City, right? Hey, we got a basketball team. Anything else? Ain't got a football team. You have a baseball team. Not MLB or NFL. You got to hang all your hopes and dreams on that NBA team. Here in Cleveland, we're up to our poontangs in professional sports. It's a great place to be. Anyway, Poundcake's burgeoning country career. I was reading a thing about, the future is coming in so many different ways, and it's coming so much faster than any of us will be able to process it or contend with it. The Ford Motor Company is looking into a bit of technical magic that will allow their automobiles. You know, Ford has put a lot of their resources into trucks. Trucks sell really, really well. So a lot of car companies are moving away from kind of sedans and things. You know, Ford. I drive a Ford Fusion. That is not a car that is made anymore. They've gotten rid of that because they're focusing most of their efforts on trucks. Those sell really, really well. Ford trucks, tops in their field, right? So Ford is looking at the technical ability in the very near future for your truck to drive itself away if you miss a payment.
Love it.
Because if a car is going to be repossessed. Have you ever had a car repossessed?
No.
Okay. I've never had a car repossessed.
I don't think I've ever missed a car payment.
Oh, God. You're breathing rarefied air there, boy.
Oh.
Back in my earlier years of having no money, which was most of my adult life, but I've never had a car repossessed, but I have had a car towed because I missed a payment. I came out one morning and my car was gone, and I thought, well, this is a terrible neighborhood I live in. Maybe someone stole it, but there was no glass in front of my place, anything like that. It turns out that a tow company had come out, put my car on the flatbed and taken it out.
How many payments were you behind? They do that after one payment, one missed payment?
My company did.
Wow. There's no grace period.
Well, I think once you hit the 30-day mark, I think a lot of places you get 30 days of grace. And you know that band 3 Days Grace?
Yeah.
That's named after a really, really stringent auto loan company. Anywho, yeah, I came out and my '02 Camry was missing. And I was like, what the heck? And it takes a second for you to figure out what's going on because it's not, when you don't have a lot of money, you always know exactly how much money you do have. And so you're thinking, okay, what did I, and, about a second and a half later, you go, right. So then you're really screwed because not only do you have to make the payment you missed, but you somehow have to find a way to pay the towing company and the late fees and all that kind of crap.
Yeah, it just makes it worse.
It makes it worse, right? Anywho, Ford is looking into an automobile that would be sent a signal by whoever has financed your car, because automobiles now, they're going to be all connected and tethered electronically.
I don't like that.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many people really like it. I mean, when it comes to matters of convenience, people seem to like that stuff. They like Bluetooth and they like wireless connectivity
No,
and
I
things
don't
like that.
either. I was just complaining to my brother about it because I thought this whole time sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent, but I just wanted to get this out real quick. I thought my radio was broken after I had just gotten this car, and turns out my iPhone wasn't updated. So I was like, wow, they'll stop my Spotify.
This is in your brand new car.
Yeah, I was like, they'll stop like my music playing because I didn't update my iPhone. I was like, they're bullying me.
Wait, I don't get it. What happened? Because you didn't update the software in your iPhone?
I didn't update my iPhone, so like the screen that shows like my playlist wouldn't show up. So I was thinking like the computer was glitching. Like my screen, I was like, my screen's broken.
How did you figure out what was going on?
My brother just knew. He was like, did you update your phone? And I'm like, no, why would that matter? Why do I have to update my? He's like, I don't know. iPhone will just do that. If you don't update your phone, they'll stop stuff from working. And sure
that's
enough,
a quick fix, though.
Yeah.
But how are you supposed to know that? I didn't know that.
Keep your phone updated.
It was my phone. Like I just plugged it in. It was supposed to work. Like they're bullying me. How you gonna bully me?
Usually iPhone software updates overnight automatically.
That's what I thought too. So you imagine my surprise when I'm trying to, select my Celine Dion song, and I couldn't.
Is that your standard driving to work music?
No, it's Whitney Houston, Celine Dion. Like I have a playlist because everything.
That's your version of getting pumped up.
Yeah, I mean my phone knows what I like, and so does my playlist. So after I played a couple songs by each artist, it just curates a playlist for me. So I don't mean to, but it's just like, because you listen to this, you'll love this. And I'm like, I do.
People give me a hard time when I say that your home is owned by the bank. You don't own your home until it's paid off. And that's basically what the car companies are doing here. That's what this is making it easier for the bank to get your car back. Mm-hmm. However, it's financed, right? So Ford is like, we've got this awesome idea to make sure that if somebody misses car payments, that the car can drive off.
But tow truck companies got to hate this if they're the ones doing the repos. Like, that's part of how they make money.
Well, not only that, but a car driving itself, they tell you it's right around the corner. It's not. It's like 50 years away. Autonomous vehicles, as much as they've been shining that sunshine up our ass. What's that?
This will be the thing that pushes it into high gear if it's for the benefit of banks.
Yes, if banks can get their repossessed vehicles back, they will fast track this software.
There's two things that move technology faster than anything. One, pornography. Two, money. Just people being able to take advantage and corporations being able to benefit. Corporations would be like, yeah, we'll make this go.
But did they think about the loopholes of people, like, what if someone lays in front of their car so it doesn't move? Or, like, what if it's parked in the garage or you have a gate at the end of your
You've seen autonomous vehicles, right? When they test them, they run people over all the time. You think that's going to stop the bank from running you over with your own car? Be like, hey, shouldn't have laid down in front of the car, homie.
I would sue. I'm like, now you're going to give me my car back and you're going to give me a settlement. Now.
The bank and the car company is going to go, I'm sorry, you have to sue your vehicle. Your car is what ran you over. You're going to have to sue an inanimate object.
Or you have to sue the person that is responsible for the car getting repossessed, which is you, so sue yourself.
Because that's right.
They know how to put the language in to make sure that they will not be at fault.
No. There's going to be no loopholes whatsoever. You're not going to catch them on a technicality.
And everybody else, nobody reads the terms and conditions.
Nope.
They're just going to be like, oh, I got a new truck? Yay.
Could you imagine?
There is probably something in Poundcake's owner's manual that says, hey, your entertainment system might not work as advertised if your software is old on your phone.
Yeah, if it's not up to date.
Dude,
but this is going to be great news for people who are writing country songs. Because it's going to be, I drove my woman away, and then my F-150 drove itself away. That's a song right there. Start writing that song. My lady and my truck both left me today. That's another song. They write themselves. So you thought country music was bad before. Just wait until the autonomous repossessions begin.
I repossess my heart. They repossess my truck.
That's right. I put the P.O. in repo. I was not pleased. I lost my dog, and then my truck left. And I asked my woman to stay behind, but she was in the flatbed of my truck.
I was gonna say, what about the people who keep a shoddy in like their front seat of their truck?
A shoddy or a shoddy?
Shoddy. Like
Oh, I like to keep a shoddy in the flatbed of my truck.
It is crazy that trucks are still such a big seller in this country.
Women love trucks. Like women love to drive them, and women love men who have them. From what I'm told.
From what I'm told.
Like
he is the person I go to in a situation like
for all
this.
truck information.
I'm just saying, women
She
love...
thinks my tractor's sexy. That's like an old Kenny Chesney song.
Well,
The bigger the truck, they feel
the
like...
bigger the cuck.
Possibly. And
Make that, someone write that country song.
There you go. That's right. My heart got repossessed by my cuck truck as it drove away.
I would love it. Well, actually, a truck is not my dream car. I've always wanted
A truck is not your dream car, really?
a Jeep.
You're the one who always wants to butch yourself up. Drive a truck.
I want a Jeep. A Jeep is a car, I told you, for every occasion.
I know.
It could be sporty. It could be, formal. It could be...
A formal Jeep.
I don't know. I like cars that
It
I can
is, like you could
that
dress,
fit places, and I like Jeeps
depending on
and
which one you get.
yeah, but like just trying to park in the there's people that will drive their big Jeeps and trucks in this garage up where we park, and they are struggling to get through. They can barely park it. They're taking
Our parking garage is pretty tight, too.
Yeah, they're taking up like the whole spot. You always got to worry about people. Yeah, I don't need that.
Our parking garage leaks, too. Like when
I
when
know,
it's
right?
I'm
pouring.
not going up the parking
Leaving
steps.
last night, like pouring rain, and I'm like running a gauntlet on the steps to get to the actual parking level, and it's just dripping and pouring everywhere. I'm like, this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be soaking wet when I finally get into my car. But yeah, no, I'm a guy who likes. I'm not a car guy by any stretch of the imagination, but I like sedans. I just like cars. And so, like, my brother who drives, like, one of those goddamn Yukons, people driving tanks and stuff.
Yeah, I like old trucks. I think old trucks are great. Like, I love old Broncos are very cool. Even just, like, an old F-150 from, like, my buddy drives a 1990 F-150.
They last a long time.
Yeah, it
if you
looks
keep them
good,
up, and
it's just the way they all look now. There's some good-looking ones, but they're just a little too modern for me. And it's funny, too, because, growing up working for my dad and being in this truck, it's a work truck. So it was always dirty. We were using them for their intended purpose. And now you're seeing these trucks, and they have so many extras and bells and whistles and stuff like that. I'm like, who is this for? Because
the cabin has gotten bigger and the bed has gotten smaller.
Right.
So it's clearly not for people who are hauling a lot
No,
of stuff. It's for people who want to kind of
They just want to say they have a truck.
have the truck vibe.
Yeah. And now they're also so big because of the emissions regulations that were put in place in 2008 so that they could say, like, well, it's got to have this certain amount of gas mileage for however much it weighs or whatever size it is. So they just, instead of making them more fuel efficient, they just made them bigger.
Right.
So,
well, you got to have them. You got to have them big out there if you're going to be rolling coal.
yeah, right.
I'm still...
If you're not rolling coal,
You got no balls, man.
You don't have balls unless you're rolling coal, man.
You ain't got no balls unless you're rolling coal, man.
You don't have balls unless you're rolling coal, man.
Yeah. You what?
I'm still getting used to the width of, like, my car now. Like, I'm
Glad you said my car. Wasn't sure where that was going.
No, I'm still getting
Just
used
getting.
Oh, good for you.
Just getting used to the width. Yeah, but is your car? It's wider than your Mercury Moulin,
I don't
right?
know, but I'm not used to sitting up high as I am, and just it feels different. I don't know if it is wider. It may not be, but it feels wider.
Well, it doesn't handle the same, that's for sure, because of it being more.
It's got a higher center of
SUV-like.
gravity.
Yeah, it's got a higher center of gravity, so that's gonna make you feel clunkier.
Yeah, I feel like.
And for the nervous driver, that's a perfect car for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Ellen, what if you're in your car and it kidnaps you? I imagine that it would probably sense if there was someone
I'm sure
in
they'll
the
put
car.
eject buttons.
Yup.
in there,
Like
just
they're-
like shoot you out the roof.
that's what I'm talking about, though. Like stuff like that could happen if you can program a computer to drive away a car to drive away. Can't you program that same car to like take over, like manual override when you're in it?
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
If
Yeah,
someone
they're
wanted
gonna
to hack park your car and be like, bitch, I said you not going to the fair. Like, you're coming home. Like, moms can do that. A neighbor could do that. Someone could do that. And then park your car
Well,
in
there'll
the
be
garage.
all kinds of people that will immediately find the workarounds for it. But-
So we're resting on that.
Well, again, autonomous vehicles are half a century away. You talk to any engineer and they're like, it's a bunch of bull shrimp. This right around the corner nonsense that companies put out there just so they can continue to get funding.
I'm going to say big potholes everywhere. How are they going to do that? You just going to drive and then they're like, now you need a wheel alignment. Like, because you drove over a pothole.
He's got some thoughts on that.
I'd hope if you have a truck and you drive over a pothole, it doesn't mess up your alignment that
Depends
fast.
on how big the pothole.
And how big the truck?
Yeah.
And a couple of variables there. Hey, I have to go to a break, but I did want to mention, we're not there yet, but Tom Sizemore's family has been told that he has no hope of recovery. A couple of days ago, they said that actor Tom Sizemore had an aneurysm or something, and this is a guy who has cheated death on more than a handful of occasions because of his years of substance abuse and just wild living. And I guess late last week, he had a brain aneurysm or something like that. Yeah, he had a brain aneurysm on February 18th as the result of a stroke. And he's been hospitalized ever since. He's in a coma in ICU. And his manager, his family, they've all been told that there is no hope for his recovery. So now they're trying to figure out his end-of-life care. The doctors informed the family that they have to recommend an end-of-life decision. Tom Sizemore, a great actor in a ton of great movies. His personal life aside, he was embroiled with the Heidi Fleiss thing, and he was on Celebrity Rehab, But everybody who ever worked with the guy was like, we'd really like him to get his act together because he's a great actor. Saving Private Ryan, Black Hawk Down, Heat. He was Michael Chirito, one of my favorite movies of all time. True Romance. He was in Natural Born Killers. Strange Days, another wildly underrated movie, I think. And then, down the road, he did a lot of direct-to-video because he was just getting in trouble all the time. But Tom Sizemore is not far away from... So if you had him in your celebrity death pool, you're going to be cashing in on that in probably a matter of days. Once they decide the end-of-life care, that's what kind of struck me when we were with my dad when he was dying this past summer, is when you finally make that decision, I guess you kind of have this false sense of security because you don't realize how much work the machines are doing. And when someone goes off the machines or they wean them off whatever medications they're on or whatever, once those machines are off, holy cow, is that fast. So fast. And so if Tom Sizemore has been in a coma in ICU, for 10 days, they're like, well, he's not coming out of it. Family is asking for privacy. Despite putting out a press release, they're asking for a privacy. He's 61 years old, so not old by any stretch.
If I have that kind of end-of-life care and there's multiple machines keeping me alive, I want there to be a wheel you spin, and then whatever it lands on, that's what you unplug. So you go through one
make
by
it a
one.
game.
Yeah, exactly.
Respirator.
There you go.
Yeah, but aren't you only on a couple of... You're on a respirator. Like, that's what's helping you breathe.
Okay.
What else is there?
Well, then...
You mean like the morphine drip?
Yeah, I didn't know if there's...
Keep them breathing, take them off the morphine.
Do you have a trach?
I don't know. However many machines there
No,
are.
not
I want there
always.
to be- if it's just a respirator, then I want you to blow it and just fill it with weed smoke and let me just go out high as a kite.
Fill it with weed smoke.
Weed smoke and the
weed every
morphine.
day.
I want to go out partying.
Sir, I'm sorry, you can't do that in the... Hold on, I'm over here spinning a wheel, all right? To determine Bill's end-of-life care. Blow weed smoke into his respirator. He's really going to enjoy that.
Smoke weed every day.
Well, it's, listen, something we've all got to consider. End-of-life care. If you're lucky. If you die in a car wreck, the Ouija board only told Poundcake that he would be dead in 5 years.
Oh, it did say something.
It didn't
To do
say
with
the
Little
manner in
Debbie.
which, huh?
It had to do with Little Debbie.
Oh, he's
going
going to choke on a little Debbie snack cake.
Not
right.
necessarily choke on it. He could get crushed by a bunch of them.
Crushed by, what, a pallet?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that seems unlikely.
I mean, it does, but
yeah.
is it?
I mean, given his love of snacks, it seems more likely that he would choke on one as he's shoveling them into his face.
We're just saying we don't
on one of his
know.
off days from working out.
Well, we'll see. Because I don't really mess with Little Debbie's like that. I told y'all.
I know. That's why it can be so shocking.
Not even Star Crunch?
No.
Wow. Not even oatmeal cream pies?
I don't like any of those. No.
What about mini muffins?
What about regular cream pies?
Mini muffins.
Mini muffins are good.
The mini muffins.
What about spring brown? What about zebra cakes? No zebra cakes?
Wait, I don't even know what a zebra
Homie. They're black and white striped. I mean, you know what a zebra is, right?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't eat those. No.
All right.
I haven't eaten those since I was a kid.
No, I haven't either, but they're delicious.
No, it's too mushy.
What about Nutty Buddies?
Not his kind of nutty buddy.
I've got to take a break.
It's not like the Little Debbie kind. He makes his own.
Yeah. Alan, don't forget Tom Sizemore on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Oh, God, what a great... He was the lot lizard truck driver. He wanted to get with Mac and Charlie, I think. I got to take a break. If you want to text for anything, 35192. You can watch, if you like, at alancoxshow.com and listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Weekdays on 100.7 WMMS and 24/7 on our free iHeartRadio app.
Rover's Morning Glory.
If you were a rich celebrity with housekeepers, do you think if your spouse was cheating on you, any of your staff would fess up if they witnessed it?
No, you never.
Where are
Never,
the
Rover.
security cameras? Aren't these people have